Alright, y'all, man. It's your boy Humble League 2 times for me. Back in that video, man. For me, follow the Instagram at Humble League 2 times. Now, look, just for today's topic, we're talking about the ancestors. Now, look, for today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to the Most High in general for everything. I'm also giving a huge shout out to the Most High for giving me these amazing downloads, dropping this amazing information on me. You feel me? No cap. I'm also giving a huge shout out to myself as well for wanting to receive good information and give out this good information as well. I'm also giving a huge shout out to y'all. Y'all literally take energy. Y'all day to come rock me, show love, support. You feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all so much more than love always. I'm also sending good positive energy, good positive attention, good positive feeling, good positive energy towards everyone. Let's go to right into the video, right? The ancestors. Now, let's go to right into the video, right? The ancestors. Now, look, right? Disclaimer, if you don't want to hear about the truth, if you don't want to hear more about the truth, if you feel like you're not ready to hear about the truth, if you feel like you're not ready to hear more about the truth, you may want to go ahead and click off this video now because it's a very deep video in my opinion. Let's go ahead and get more deeper into the video. The ancestors. Now look, right? Excuse me. When it comes to the ancestors, right? The ancestors, right? It's multiple different types of ancestors, right? But what I want y'all to understand and understand, right, about the ancestors is that the ancestors are, not all of your ancestors are bad. And the reason why I'm saying not all of your ancestors are bad is because there's duality in everything. Basically, what I mean by there's duality in everything is that there's a balance, you know, like there's not gonna be, everybody's not gonna always be positive, but everybody's not gonna always be negative too. So everybody's ancestors has some type of individuals who are just wants to vibrate low. And then everybody has some type of ancestors who wants to vibrate high, who's vibrating high. You know, because it's duality and everything. You know, it's not gonna, it's never gonna be like to a point where everybody's all just like on the same page consistently. Like, I don't think that'll happen. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible, but I don't think it would happen. And if it did happen, I don't think it would maybe happen consistently because there's duality and everything. You know what I mean? Like, you ever watched a movie and everybody's good, then all of a sudden one person becomes bad, then after that one person becomes bad, now 20 other people become bad. Now it's just like a balance of good and bad. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm not trying to be negative or anything. I'm just trying to be realistic, you feel me? Like, I'm just trying to be real, you feel me? But what I want y'all to understand and understand as well is that with your ancestors, a lot of us are scared to talk to our ancestors, and I understand that, I understand that. You know, we have been programmed to not really talk to the dead, even though like a lot of ancestors aren't even dead, you feel me? They just transcended. Excuse me, and what does transcended mean, right? You may have heard the word transcending before, right? Transcending means that first you have a soul, right? That can be a part of it. And transcending also means that the soul has transcended somewhere else. They could have either reincarnated. Reincarnated means like they came back down here to this planet. They was already at this planet, but then they transcended, back down here. So that would be called reincarnation. Another form of transcending is that it's basically where a soul, it's like where this can be a part of it too, is that like when a soul leaves their body / avatar, right? And the body / avatar dies off or whatever, right? Respectfully. And then their soul either continues to go wherever they're meant to go next, you feel me? But that can be on another lifetime. Coming back down here to this planet, or going to another planet, or going to a galaxy, or wherever they're meant to go next. You see what I'm saying? So, like, if somebody has a soul, you can still contact them, right? You may be able to contact them, right? And I say may because some people, you may not be able to contact them even if they do have a soul, and the case may be because of karma. I say that because if you have a certain amount of karma, somebody's karma may be they may not be able to really like tap in and talk to certain individuals anymore because they may have broke a spiritual guide or broke a rule or something, or like broke a code or whatever, right? What I mean by broken a spiritual rule or broken a code is more like they broke a boundary or they overly played their role. This is why it's so important not to overly play your role, because it can backfire on you in a negative way, in the negative aspect, you feel me? So with the ancestors though, right? A lot of us don't know, and a lot of us don't remember how to tap in with your ancestors. One of the best ways how to tap in with your ancestors is literally through meditation. I bring up meditation a lot because meditation is I feel like it's just so important in my opinion, and you can really learn and really like figure out more of yourself through meditation, you know? And like, you know, if you're trying to get off your phone more, or you're just trying to spend at least 20 minutes to 30 to 12 minutes a day just not being on your phone and not being on no type of technology, you can literally go meditate. You feel me? Like that, like, you feel me? And another thing is too is that if you're gonna tap in with your ancestors, right? And not even just ancestors, if you're trying to tap into deities or spirits or certain things or etc., it's important to know what you're really getting yourself into. What I mean by this is that if y'all hear snoring, that's my dog. I got one of my dogs in my room. But what I want y'all to understand is that when you are trying to tap into these beings, what I mean by tap into these beings is like you're trying to communicate with these beings, right? It's imperative and it's very important that you make sure that you know what you're doing. Because if not, let's say you're trying to call upon your ancestors for some type of help or some type of spiritual protection, right? But you're calling upon just your ancestors. You're not being specific. Like, you're not saying like this certain ancestor, or you're not saying I want to attract my positive, my high frequency ancestors. You're just saying your ancestors. Your one of your ancestors might actually communicate back with you, but it might be a negative low vibrational ancestor. And then since you may not be aware of it, now that negative low vibrational ancestor that's a part of you, y'all are family, they may try to, if y'all are family, right, they may try to manipulate you and use you to do things, you feel me, and they may guarantee you certain things if you do certain things for them, you feel me, etc. So it's very important to be careful on calling upon ancestors and calling upon deities and just calling upon things in general. This is another reason why it's very important for all of us, including myself, to be very careful on what we say and how we say things, you feel me? Because like, if you say, oh my goodness, I really need this, but in actuality you don't need this, see, now the universe and you, because you are the universe, now you may have just tested yourself, and now that may get taken away from you just so you can show yourself that, look, you really didn't need this. You see what I'm saying? So yes, it is very important to be careful on what we're saying and how we're saying things, because it can come back on us. What I mean by it can come back on us is that you may get tested on this now, or this may get taken away, or this may get added on, etc. So yes, so yeah, if you have an ancestor and they have a soul, it is possible that you can contact and reach out to them, and they can contact and reach out to you as well. Sometimes, for an example, right, let's say you just had somebody in your family transcend, right, and you start having dreams about this individual, right? That could be them, but that also could not be them. That one could be your imagination, because imagination is powerful. If you imagine it enough, you could make somebody that transcended in your family actually look like they're right in front of you, but it's really just your imagination. For real, the imagination is very powerful. The imagination is one of the biggest keys. What I mean by biggest keys is that your imagination is one of the biggest ways to manifest, to attract things, etc. So that's one of the best superpowers ever, is imagination, in my opinion. But respect for all due respect. But with dreams, when you're having dreams of people who recently just transcended in your family, etc., right? That could be them, but it could also be your imagination because you're missing them, etc. It could be another entity shape-shifting, because there are beings that know how to shape-shift, you feel me, etc. But it could also be them as well, you feel me? Another way how you could talk to your ancestors besides meditating is through doing things that you used to go, like let's say your aunt died, or your aunt transcended, right? And y'all used to always go to this favorite place. You could go there, like let's say one of y'all's favorite places to go is to the park, right? You could go to that same park and then just start speaking and, you know, walking or going wherever y'all usually would go at the park and acting and talking to her like she was right there in front of you, right? That you may naturally start to attract her and attract her energy to you. What I mean by you might start to attract her energy to you is that she may start to feel your energy, like, okay, my nephew or my niece or whatever, they're trying to call upon me. What I mean by call upon me is that they're trying to reach out to me. You know what I mean? Where do you think they get the phone call idea from? Oh, I'm calling you. I'm waiting to see if they're going to pick up. Or I shot them a text. I shot them a text or whatever. I'm going to see if they're going to reply. That comes from that comes from telepathy. That comes from meditation, etc. You see what I'm saying? What these people are so-called creating, a lot of it is not new, if any of it is new. That they copy a lot of our stuff, if not all of our ancient stuff, etc. You see what I'm saying? That's real. But yes, it is very possible to tap into with your ancestors, you feel me? And this is just some of the ways you can tap into your ancestors. It's a lot of other ways as well, you feel me? But look, man, hope y'all females and males enjoyed today's video. For me, follow the Instagram at Homebody 2 times. I'm saying more time. Follow the Instagram at Homebody 2 times. For me, if not, that's cool. And I hope y'all females and males enjoyed today's video. I'll catch y'all females and males on the next one, man. Peace.